We have our latest cyclone out here in the Bay of Bengal. Winds right now in the center of circulation about the equivalent of a tropical storm. Winds at 93, gusting to 120 kilometers per hour, according to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Moving towards the northwest at about 10 kilometers per hour. You can see, though, here on infrared satellite imagery, a lot of convection really continuing to flare up with this. Remember, this is embedded in that overall southwest monsoonal flow, so that means there's just loads of moisture to go with it. So I think the rainfall threat is going to be the big topic for Odisha and West Bengal here in eastern areas of India as this comes on shore. But it's already nearing the coastline. You can see right there, all that convection wrapping around. Already starting to see some of those heavier showers push on shore. By the way, before I get into the forecast, you want to hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Maybe check out that Patreon down below. I'll talk more about that in just a minute. All right, here's a look at that JTWC forecast. I am not using the India Meteorological Department. Kind of made that a rule with myself this past year. They have not been impressing me as of lately, but JTWC, even got some friends over there working. I know those guys, and they do a fantastic job forecasting these Indian cyclones and winds right now in that center of circulation, as mentioned, 50 gusting to 65 knots. But you can see right here, that is that sustained wind at 65 knots right at landfall. And you can see kind of where they expect that threshold of that Category 1 winds to extend out. But here's the other deal. Look how far the tropical storm strength winds extend out away from that center of circulation. That's what that larger semicircle is. But this is just kind of a look. Once you start to see this come on shore, we could be seeing those gusts upwards about 80 to 85 knots. The winds are one thing. Like I said, pretty decent wind field as far as those tropical storm strength conditions. Even part of Bangladesh, you're going to have those winds kind of forcing out ahead of it, which could bring that threat of potential storm surge along the coastline here out into the delta. That definitely is going to be an issue for West Bengal. But like I mentioned, I think the rain is going to be the #1 issue with this. Some areas could see as much as 200 maybe localized. And you see right here in the dark, the ECMWF guidance picking upwards about 300 to 400 millimeters. That is enough, of course, to cause some pretty serious flooding even further inland before this starts to dry out as it pushes off there towards northern India. But right now, though, big rainfall threat. Storm surge, yeah, it's a moderate threat, especially for West Bengal and off into the delta there into Bangladesh. They're just so vulnerable there. Any onshore wind with a cyclone creates a bit of a storm surge. And then wind damage also going to be an issue, especially for thatched roofs, just kind of weaker structures as well as this comes on shore. But I still think the rainfall threat's going to be the big issue. So here's the main points. Cat 1 or 2 at landfall. 1.8 million people, actually. So remember, this is a densely populated area. Could see Cat 1 conditions or higher. And thus, there already is evacuations underway. If you're being advised to evacuate, according to local authorities, always listen to them. Head inland. Be safe. You can always go back and just rebuild. Even if this is considered only a Cat 1 or just kind of the lower end of the cyclone scale, sometimes these explode right prior to landfall. They can catch people off guard just a bit. That's why I am saying Cat 1 or 2. In fact, I think this could continue to strengthen right up to a landfall. Like I said, check out that Patreon if you guys want to help us out. Of course, if you're evacuating, this is the last thing I want you to do is worry about that. But if you're somebody who's just interested in weather around the world and you like these updates, like all of these fantastic people have been helping me out lately, yeah, check out the link down below. Harley Man, Tammy, Ron, Adam, Jim, David, you, Angela. I'm reading on the right side of the screen here. You guys are all legends. Those are all those super typhoons that donate $10 a month to keep these updates going. So yeah, I truly appreciate it. #1 thing, though, is, as always, stay safe out there. And yeah, listen to your local authorities with the storm coming on shore. Thanks for watching.